Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm just getting this propped up real quick. I'm finally returning to you for a long-awaited StreamYard stream for the worst albums of 2024 that I'm going to be discussing about, and I'll let you know what I'm going to be talking about in this worst albums of 2024 video, this live stream version of it. So yeah, let's dive into the first one to get started with things. So, Dead by April, The Affliction was the worst one so far. I gave it like a 4.5 out of 10, if I remember correctly. It was not a good record, keep in mind. And I actually got to squeeze in one album that I just finished listening to last night. It was the new Katy Perry record, so that's going to be the bottom one. So you'll be seeing that on the list at the end of when I talk about this topic. So basically, Dead by April dropped the worst fucking record this year. Heartbeat Failing was not the best song, but I just didn't really come back to this whole record because it just didn't feel like a good Dead by April record. And when I heard the first song, I was like, what the fuck is this cringe? Um, so it was, hey, what's up, Anthony Studios? Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, we're talking about the worst albums of 2024, which there are 23 that I put on the list so far. So, other than that, number one was Dead by April, The Affliction. I don't have it in proper order to count it down to what I really want to do for it, but the worst albums of 2024 actual video will be coming out in November sometime. Probably close to late November. I'm probably going to be doing it mid-November or late November. I haven't decided, but other than that, Skillet probably will make the list, most definitely. Um, but yeah, now to continue. Um, Number two is Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign, Vultures One. This was a terrible record. I wasn't that impressed with it. Sorry about the background noise you're going to be hearing. My nephew's going to be crying a lot. So, uh, Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign's Vultures One was not a good record, and just Kanye West sounding the way he sounded in this record, it didn't do so well. And Ty Dolla Sign was teaming up with him on this record, and this was just a bad record. Keep in mind, some of the songs like Carnival. Hey, what's up, Prison Meddler? Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, some of the songs like Carnival and other tracks on the record. Um, can't remember all the songs, but I do have the list on my other notebook where I can look up the songs, see what I listen to. But all I know is I hated this record. So number two was Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign, Vultures One. Number three is Ariana Grande with Eternal Sunshine. I did not like this record, and I know some people are gonna get on my fucking case over it. I don't care. I mean, to each their own if you like Ariana Grande, but this record was so bad. It just was mixed poorly. She didn't sound as good as she usually does in this record. The Boy Is Mine is just cringe. And give me a second. I gotta mute my mic real quick. Give me a second, guys. I will be right back. I gotta help my mom out with something. I am so sorry for the wait, guys. Actually, I had to help my mom out with something. Now, hey, what's up, J Dog? Welcome to the stream. So, yes, you think Vulture was 1 is bad, 2 is worse. Oh, believe me, I already know. But yeah, Ariana Grande, Eternal Sunshine. Yes, and kind of represents her attitude towards the whole controversy with her and Ethan Slater and his ex-wife. And honestly, I believe it happened. Um, uh, in what? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Um, so basically, Eternal Sunshine was on my list. It will be making the worst albums of 2024 in a certain spot at the end of the year. Oh yeah, you're fine. Um, yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. I mean, one song I liked from it, which was Truth, but other than that, the rest of the record is kind of mid to pretty bad. It's another miss from Katy Perry. So we will be talking about that because it made the cut for this live stream to do it. The Ariana Grande Eternal Sunshine was horrible. I just didn't like it. Uh, it was not my cup of tea. And just each song represents the mentality and her attitude towards how, oh, yes, she is for sure, J Dog. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion. And if some people can't respect my opinion towards the Ariana Grande and why I dislike her, then that's their problem, unfortunately. And I'll let them think what they want. I know there's some individuals that won't like what I'm saying, that I'm thinking about, and I'm like, you know what? Let them have their opinion. I'll have mine. And at the end of the day, we go our separate ways. So that's all that is to it. Oh, yeah, I agree, Prison Meddler. And it is making this list. So number 4 is Beyonce with Act 2 Cowboy Carter. No, I get what you're saying, J Dog. It's just she had to make this list because I did not like the sound of Eternal Sunshine, and it just her vocals were so off for that record. Like I know she can hit the vocals. Oh, you're fine, Max Palmer. I actually had to start early because uh I gotta go run some errands tonight, so that's why I'm starting early. What we're on through what were 1 through 3? What were 1 through 3 were Dead by April, The Affliction, Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign Vultures 1, and I just finished talking about Ariana Grande Eternal Sunshine. So those were the first 3. And now number 4 is Beyonce Act 2 Cowboy Carter. I was just starting to talk about this. Spaghetti was one of the worst tracks for this record. And some of the end of the record kind of got lazy. And certain tracks on the record, I mean, uh, American Requiem wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. Um, there were some other songs I listened to from this record that I was so disappointed in, like Texas Hold'em. Oh yeah, I don't blame you, J Dog. It was awful. Um, I tried getting into it, and Texas Hold'em wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great anyway. 16 Carriages was kind of mid. It wasn't the best song. But everything else, like Spaghetti and all that, it was like, what the fuck is this shit? That's why I say Beyonce is overrated. Yeah, I hear you. So other than that, Beyonce Act 2 Cowboy Carter is not a good record. It is a disappointing one. It's not one of the worst this year, but it is a bad one. Number five is Taylor Swift, The Tortured Poets Department. This would be actually my number one, but something else made the number one that I don't think can be beatable. So Taylor Swift, Tortured Poets Department was so boring and cringe. The lyrics didn't sync well with the songs. It wasn't articulated right and written right. Um, it's just the songs were just a mess, and the melodies were so boring. And it's like Taylor Swift just she's overexerting herself, and she needs a break from making music for about a few years. I think she needs maybe at least a 3 year break. But other than that, I just think Taylor Swift is very overrated, and her music lately has kind of turned out to be very cringy. So that's my number five pick. Number six is Leon Kings of Leon. Can we please have fun? I tried liking this record, but some of the songs got very stale and boring after a little while. And sorry about the background noise. My nephew is talking. So basically, Kings of Leon, Can We Please Have Fun? Mustang was just a mess of a song. It didn't offer a lot that I thought it would. And it just it's it was a stinker. Not the worst record, but it's going to be at the top tier of the worst albums of 2024. But this is Kings of Leon's worst record to date. As of now, this is probably the worst thing they. Oh yeah, I don't blame you, Max. That was my number five pick, the Tortured Poets Department. But Kings of Leon, they tried with this record, but it just didn't execute too well. Northwest is trash. Yeah, it's just when she was singing in the Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign Vultures One record, and I think Vultures Two as well. It didn't sound good. It was like this is sounding cringe. So number six was Kings of Leon. Can we please have fun? There were some tracks I did enjoy, but other than that, most of the tracks that were bad kind of ruined the record's reception, and not in a good way. It just made it disappointing. And it was a disappointing listen, so I was kind of bored with it. After I finished the record, I was like, yeah, this was a stinker. Number seven is Zayn, Room Under the Stairs. Now, I got so much backlash from that album review I did. Um, yeah, I hear you. But yeah, with the Zayn Room Under the Stairs record, it was cringe. It was like I was so bored out of my mind with that record. I just felt it was a lazy record with lazy writing, lazy melody structures. Yeah, I hear you, Max. I mean, not every one of the Star Set songs are great. Toxic is a grower, but it takes a little bit of time to grow on you to see if you like it or not. I think Degenerate did grow on me a lot more after time passed. So basically, it's not one of my favorite songs, but it is a strong track. Probably better than Toxic. But to continue where I left off, Zayn Room Under the Stairs had some boring tracks, and it felt like a snoozer. And like I said, with the controversy I got from that album review that I did, got so much backlash that everyone started ripping on me, and just it was like, what the fuck is this shit? You guys are toxic. The Zayn fan base is a toxic fan base. And for those that think Zayn is the best artist? No, he's not anymore. He used to be, but then shit happened with him. That I couldn't support him anymore. Like the whole Gigi Hadid pushing his mother thing. And that did happen. Keep in mind, and people that don't want to believe that are fucking ignorant. No offense. It's just that's my personal opinion and my belief. They're just blind to the truth. But other than that, Zayn Room Under the Stairs was a disappointing and bad record. Hey, what's up, Josue? Welcome to the worst albums of 2024 live stream. I just finished up on Dead by April, The Affliction, Kanye West, Ty Dolla $ign, Vultures 1, Ariana Grande, Eternal Sunshine, Beyonce Act 2, Cowboy Carter. Just trying to catch them up to speed on where I'm at now. Taylor Swift, The Tortured Poets Department, Kings of Leon, Can We Please Have Fun, Zayn Room Under the Stairs, and now Zayn Room Under the Stairs was number 7 out of the 23 that I'm going to be talking about. Number 8 is MGK and Trippie Redd Genre Sad Boy EP. Now I know this isn't extended play, and technically it's really not. It's a 10-track record. And keep in mind, this EP that they released was so bad. It's like Trippie Redd sounded annoying. His whiny vocals and his singing and rapping was cringe all around. And then you have MGK that didn't offer much with the track either. And it made this record was so bad. This was very hated. It's not overhated, well, it is overhated because it is a bad record. But it's just I didn't like this record. But other than that, MGK and Trippie Redd Genre Sad Boy EP was a stinker. This was shit all around. Hey, Andy Kishore. Oh, hey. So why are you here? I didn't listen to Genre Sad Boy, and I like Trippie Redd. I just didn't care. No, I hear you, Max. But yeah, we have someone in here that basically is a flip flopper. Look at the A person right there in the chat. I mean, I'll let you explain yourself. What's the good question? No, I don't. I don't at all. I just got a message from someone. And I don't trust him at all. I'll let you speak your piece, but if you start problems in here, which I'm trying to do a regular. Okay, but I know you talked to Larry. I don't really care. It's just you're kind of talking shit about me behind my back, and I don't like that. Like, if you really, truly want to be, yeah, I'll let you know. If you truly want to be a part of my channel, don't bring drama up. Don't talk behind my back and talk crap behind my back because I don't like that shit. I've seen the comments. I have seen the comments, and I'm not impressed. So, to continue where I left off, number 9 is Maya Hawke, Chaos Angel. This record was so utterly bad. Just her vocals in it were just cringe. And I know this is Ethan Hawke's daughter, and she wants to make music, and I'll respect that, but it doesn't mean I like it. I just find there to be some execution flaws with the record, and its pacing and its sound and production is not great, and it just was a stinker. So this is going to be on the worst albums pretty soon. But yeah, um, Maya Hawk Chaos Angels number 9. Number 10 is Megan Trainor with Timeless. Now I know a lot of you are going to say, "Oh, this is probably uh well, probably the worst record this year." It's not, but it is bad. Okay, time him out. Time him out. I don't want him anywhere near my channel. So he's having an attitude with me. I don't like that shit. And okay, I'll see you later, Prison Meddler. Thanks for coming in and stopping by. Uh, but yeah, with the whole that person that was in the chat, the Andy Kishore, fuck you. Like, I don't trust you one bit. You may have subscribed to me, but I don't trust you. You're a fucking snake. So go bitch to Larry for all I care. I don't really care. I just can't trust you because you talk behind my back when you're trying to be supportive of my channel. I don't like two-faced people because you're very two-faced. And that's a problem. Loyalty is the biggest thing for when it comes to being friends with me. And you broke that. So goodbye and don't ever come back. Um but still, Megan Trainor Timeless is a bad record. It She sounded cringy with some of the songs she was singing, and just the execution of the record just was a flop. I think I gave it like a 5 out of 10 if I remember correctly. I still have what I wrote down for some of the songs I listened to. Yes, I do. So basically, To the Moon was alright. Been Like This was cringy. And Whoops was bad. Crushin' featuring Lawrence was bad. There were some other tracks on here, but I don't really want to go into explanation on that. But I know the record was very disappointing, and I just didn't like it. Number 11 is The Used Meds. Oh my god, this album gave me a headache. Like, the rest of the record would have done good. People Are Vomit was cringe. It was like, what the fuck is this? Depression personified. Really bad song. It has good drum work, but really bad lyrics. Like, it's talking about a person that's wanting to harm someone, and it's like, you can't fucking say that shit in a song. Ugh. It, it was just. Pain is My Therapy is just Tell Me was disappointing. So, yeah, like, I could play you the song, but I don't want to play it because it is very unsettling of a track. Depression Personified is the worst track on the record. Uh, Not a bad track, but it's very disappointing because the drum work was working good, but it's just Burt McCracken's lyricism for that song was on the fence and cringe. So this was a bad record, and that was my number 11 pick. Number 12 is Camila Cabello CXOXO. Magic City edition. I added this and I have that on as the thumbnail. This was cringe. This, I Love It was the worst track. Chanel number 5 was bad. Ugly featuring Drake was bad. There were some other tracks that were bad. Um, oh, you. I know who you are. Um, no, you've been doing the same thing. So, why the fuck are you even here? You want to start problems? I'm just trying to have a peaceful stream and a stream about just talking about the worst records. And here you're doing Chris Goins. He was someone I put on my. This is who the person who warned me about you, Chris, was someone that talked to me about it. And I'm not going to reveal his name due to privacy reasons, but he said you were talking a lot of shit about me behind my back. So I felt fair is fair. Yeah, I mean, to each his own, I guess, Max. I don't hate to see the record. It's a grower, but I just don't know how I feel about it right now because I think it's a little weaker than Si Vis Pacem Parabellum. So, other than that, I just think um, Camila Cabello CXOXO is a bad record. Like the song I Love It was 0 out of 5. Chanel number 5 was bad. Um, Ugly was bad. Dream Girls was bad. Um, Koshi XOXO featuring BLP Kosher was terrible. But other than that, it's just. I mean, if you guys want to unhide him from the channel, you can. I'll let him hear what he has to say, but I was not happy with what you told me, Josue. Um, I was not happy. And I'm sorry that I made it public. I was not happy when you told me this news, and I was just a little pissed. Yeah, someone unhide him so he can have the floor speak. Um, I'll hear out what he has to say, but I don't. If it's something I don't like, then you can block him and hide him from the channel. But other than that, CXOXO Magic City Deluxe Edition was bad, and it's a 4 out of 5, 4 out of 10, not 4 out of 5, 4 out of 10 for the actual record, but 4.5 out of 10, so technically a 4 out of 10 for the entirety of the album. Imagine Dragons Loom number 13. What a cringy album. Wake Up was terrible. Nice to Meet You was disappointing. I could do it with my eyes closed. Like, that is a joke of a track. And most of the track tried to be entertaining, but it was cringe all around. It's like, what the fuck is this song? So, Take Me to the Beach was bad. Gods Don't Pray was bad. In Your Corner was terrible. I just felt Dan Reynolds' lyrical writing is so cringe for this record. The only song I will probably come back to is Children of the Sky, because I was decent. And that was on the deluxe edition, keep in mind. But other than that, Kid was terrible. Don't Forget Me was just bad. And God's I already mentioned Gods Don't Pray. Fire in These Hills was bad too. But from what okay, so try to elaborate on the whole situation. From what I was told, you were talking about me. That's what I was told. That's why I felt attacked in a way. And that's why I had to speak about you. And I will apologize if I have to. And if I have to make another list of top 20 worst YouTubers, I will at a later time. But I don't know. I just felt attacked from personally attacked by it. And if there's a misunderstanding, I apologize. I will apologize for my behalf. And I'll just let you go on with your day. But other than that, I was only talking about you because you cross. Is that what we're talking about? Look, all I'll say is I'm not religious. I don't claim. I just find there to be criticisms, and if I did, take it out of context with how I bash on other people with their religious views, I'm sorry. I will apologize for that. But doesn't mean I agree with everything that some Baptists think. That's just my personal take, my personal view on it. I'm a spiritual person, but I'm what? Just let him keep talking. I just want to hear him out. I'm giving him the floor to speak his piece, and then I'll tell you how I personally think of this whole thing. But to continue off, Imagine Dragons Loom was yes, I am. I'm spiritual, but I have blind ignorance when it comes to my religious views. Um, I don't know. I have that about me, and that's something I need to work on, and I'm trying to work on it. I'm just not a religious person, but I'm a spiritual person. Uh, I believe in life after death. But other than that, yeah, in a way, yeah. But still, Imagine Dragons Loom is a terrible record, and it was just not good. Didn't sound good. Scene Queen Hot Singles in Your Area, one of the worst records of 2024, and probably will be the number one worst album of 2024. I would say Falling in Reverse Popular Monster would be that, but we will be talking about that very soon. Um, Hot Singles in Your Area was just ridiculously. All right, I feel that, my brother. Oh, okay. All right, but yeah, it. I will just. I don't know. I didn't like the Scene Queen record only because her voice sounds like terrible Kesha, but in the worst way possible. Worse than Kesha. Yeah, we're good now. Um, but yeah. Let me get my other phone. I'll make you a mod, but don't abuse the power, please. But yeah, no one timeout Chris Goins, so or Chris G. I think we're okay now. Um, yeah. Let me see where I'm at. I'm still doing this live stream. I'm still finishing up on it. Look, I'm willing to try to squash things out with Larry in a more professional mannerism way. So you're a standard moderator for now. I will tell you that with me and Larry, I don't know what will work out or not. I hear you. I just all I'll say is when it comes to some things with Larry, no offense, it's just I don't want some boundaries being broken. Uh, the I will let him know that, and I didn't open up about this. But basically, there's a video on my channel that I made about 2 months ago that I suffer with schizophrenia, and I'm doing okay. Keep in mind, I just thought I'd let you know that sometimes my judgment gets clouded sometimes, and it's not that I hate Larry. It's just there are some things where demons attack me every day. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's then we can definitely relate. But yeah, seeing Queen Hot singles in your area is a bad record. Now to finish where I was getting to with the whole worst albums of 2024. I'm so sorry about that background noise. My nephew is throwing a fit. One Republic Artificial Paradise is number 15. This is a terrible record. It is disappointing in the worst way possible. I felt that this record didn't do much to entertain me. Um, but I do have good news. I unhid Larry from my channel, so if he really wants to come in and talk to me and we can squash it out, we can. And uh, I know some people don't like Larry. Me personally, I'm giving him a chance. This last chance. I'm giving him a chance to. Yeah, it wasn't entertaining. But yeah, Artificial Paradise had some disappointing songs. I mean, the only one I liked was Mirage, the One Republic track for the Assassin's Creed video game. That song sounded very interesting. There were some tracks on the record that I did find interesting, but most of them were kind of bad. Runaway was a good one. Yeah, I'm willing to give him the option to come in here. No, I hear you, Max. I'm giving him a chance, this last chance, but I just don't want to see us bickering anymore. Just want to settle our beef and be done with it. Even if we're not friends or whatever, I just want us to have a civil conversation. You can trust and just minimize your association. Yeah, I hear you. Um, in fact, I'll make you a little deal. I will personally redo the top 20 worst YouTubers, but add a few new people on there. Look, I'm not saying Larry's a bad guy. I'm just saying that it's just there's some things where it can where there are some uh there are some moments where I feel when he says why aren't you responding some of the time, that's where I kind of get a little annoyed. I mean, boundaries is my main thing, and I'll apologize on my behalf for me not telling him that he broke so many boundaries of mine. I just wasn't open and honest with him because I was being too nice about it. Take Larry out of your 20. Yeah, I'm actually gonna get rid of that video, but redo another one at a later time. Um, but yeah, to continue on, um, One Republic Artificial Paradise was bad. Number 16 is Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign again with Vultures 2. Now, I told you I was going to mention this record. I even told Prison Meddler I was going to mention it, and here we go. And he can watch it later on if he wants, because this stream will still be up. But other than that, um, but yeah, still, this, yeah, I will, be honest for sure. Ooh, my nephew is really throwing a fit today. So, Artif, I'm saying the same album I already said. Vultures 2 by Kanye West and Ty Dolla Sign is a bad record. It is a 3.5 out of 10 kind of record. I think I reviewed it on my channel. Yeah, I did review it on my channel. I was so disappointed with this record. I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? But other than that, this record had some cringy tracks and it had some playing it safe kind of songs. But at the end of the day, there were songs like Bomb that was bad. I think it had Northwest in the album, but it's just it poorly executed. And Kanye West's rapping was unbearable to listen through. Even Ty Dolla Sign was part of this thing. That woman ruins my life. But anyway, Larry is Christian, so he will forgive like Jesus would. Okay. Um. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, you can tell him he can chat in my live chat if he wants. And I wouldn't say that I'm gonna be buddy buddy with him, but I'm willing to give him the floor to speak his piece. But I'm willing to drop the drama as long as he is. But that's just me. I'm willing to give him this last chance. And I am so sorry about the background noise. My nephew is really throwing a fit today. So, yeah, like this whole record was so bad that Vultures 2 is definitely not something memorable. So that's not my number 16 pick. Number 17 is Biba Doobie. This is how tomorrow moves. I was bored with this record. I was just unentertained. Like most of the tracks were just cringy and just she played it too safe with this record and it didn't perform very good. And her singing, it, it's fine, but it's not. I have my critiques with some of Biba Doobie's material, and even if she's watching this stream, which I know she will be, because she did comment on my Beatopia album review 2 years ago. Um, she kind of made a little response or a meme about it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Have your feelings hurt. Um, it's not that I hate the person. It's just I have some opinions about her music, and most of it's kind of cringe. Most of it, not all of it. There was one record I did enjoy from her, but other than that, her music is kind of on the safe side, and this new record didn't do it, and not in a good way. So, disappointing record. Number 18, and drum roll, because this is the big climatic album that everyone was so anticipated to see if it would uh do good, but it's Falling in Reverse, Popular Monster. Look, I know everyone's gonna have their opinions about Ronnie Radke. They Most of them think he's a good guy. No, he's not a good guy. There are many facts about him that I've come to do some research on this guy for about a year or so ago. And this guy is a man child. He's a man child at heart. And good or bad guy, I only listen to his music. Yeah, I respect that and care about it. I'll I'll give you props. I'll give you credit where it's due. At least you have your own opinion to form, and I'll respect that. I don't agree, but I'll respect it. But I just personally did not like Popular Monster. It's just some of the songs from the record, like Prequel, was immature, juvenile. Lyrics were very like, "Oh, they're out to get me." Oh, I respect you more. Oh, thank you. Um, I appreciate it, Chris. But yeah, um, with what I've listened to with this whole uh Falling in Reverse record, I actually just listened to it today. I almost finished the record, but I got very annoyed after the bad guy song. It said, I'm the bad guy, I'm a loser. It's like, it's so, the lyrics were just, you kind of could tell. Man, at my job, everyone is out to get me. I'm sorry that's happening to you, especially this Matt fellow. Oh, I'm sorry. Um, some people don't really think that way, but I'm sorry you're going through those symptoms. I will definitely keep you in my thoughts and prayers. But yeah, no, you're fine. Um, I appreciate you being honest about it. Yeah. But yeah, with the Falling in Reverse Popular Monster, Oh My Life featuring Jelly Roll, it was a bad song. At least Jelly Roll tried to save the track, but it wasn't savable. And then you get voices in my head, and it's like, it was cringe, that track, and that's just my opinion. Um, Ronald was the epitome of garbage, in my opinion. And I just think with the lyrical writing, and it's unfortunate because some of the featured artist did do all right in the track, but Ronnie Radke, the man who claims to think he's better than everyone else, is like he has this thing where everyone is basically talking bad about him, and then he has to talk smack on social media. I will give you some pointers on what this guy does. He will berate you. He will trash talk you. He will basically uh, say anything, twist the narrative around to make it look like, oh, I'm not this bad guy. Oh, I'm actually a really nice guy to get to know. If you were really nice to get to know, why are you saying transphobic things on your Twitter account? And why are you trying to sue Anthony Fantano as of now over this whole defamation of character thing? Well, keep in mind you were involved in a murder. You were not an accomplice. You were there when it happened, and you went and served prison time for being associated with the guy that did kill the person. And then after that, after you got out of jail, you just became the worst human being that I've ever seen on the planet. I mean, everyone can separate the art from the artist with this guy. I personally can't because I see some hypocritical things that are said in his songs. And keep in mind, the drum work and guitar work is pretty strong in this some of this record, but it's just the lyrics are just so childish, and it just makes me vomit. This record, it's it's a bad record, and it had to be on this list. And I was really, I think the only song Zombified was the one I kind of enjoyed, and some of Last Resort I did enjoy, and the Drug and Me as You Reimagined was actually not a bad one, but everything else was kind of playing it safe or really bad. So this was not a good record, but there were some positives with the album. Watch the World Burn was kind of meh, but he was talking shit about Sebastian Bach, and I was like, dude, you're attacking other celebrities when you are the basically the problem in this whole scenario. Like, you know that if you keep going down this route, 40 years old, keep in mind, everyone's going to start really hating your drama after a while. I'm hating it. I'm, and then you decide to be a little bitch and a cop out and say, oh, well, the bad guy music video is coming out on Patreon. I'm like, does it look like I give a fuck? I'm like, I wanted to see what the fuck you were going to say in the video or see what you were going to do in the video. But other than that, I don't give a fuck to watch it. It's just, he's a child at heart. He's a man child and he will never change if he keeps going down this route of talking shit about people that are talking bad about him. Like, this is the thing. This is how drama gets created. And it's not good or healthy for some people. Because sometimes you got to step away for a while and focus on what matters to you, what you want to do for your content, and what kind of person you want to be at the end of the day. And me, I'm choosing to do the right thing. Even if people don't like me for it, I, I'm just gonna do my own thing, be my own person. And that is what I was raised to be, doing the right thing. But other than that, Falling in Reverse Popular Monster is the worst record of 2024 and had to make it on this list because of the lyrics. They really weren't good. The script, Satellites, is on this record, and I gotta say, it wasn't good. I was so disheartened because some of the rest of the record actually tried to play it safe in a good way. But it was just, I was so disappointed that um yeah. But yeah, I was so disappointed that he basically has to, or not. I'm talking about something else. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted because my nephew's throwing a fit. So please forgive the interruption in the background. But other than that, I was so disappointed in this record because most of the songs on here were very disappointing and it just felt cheesy too. And I mean, the script tried to make a good record, and I'm sorry that they lost a bandmate of theirs. I know losing someone can be very hard and a rough patch to get through, but there's an old saying called "This too shall pass." Um, but other than that, I think the script's new record, "Satellites," unfortunately was disappointing. It's not one of the worst records this year, but it will be on at a certain spot in the worst albums of 2024. Number 20 is Sabrina Carpenter. We were talking about the script, the band, for a second, and now I'm moving on to Sabrina Carpenter with Short and Sweet. I was really bummed out with this record because I wanted to like this record or find something to like about it, but her music's not for me. It's for a certain audience, and I'm not really the target audience that I thought I was going to be for this record, and I was just disheartened and disappointed with how it sounded, and it was just a stinker. It was a disappointing record, but it's not one of the worst records of the year. So it will probably be at the top tier list of this Polo G not on there, right? No, I didn't care to put him on there because I never really listened to his music, and I don't care to. No offense. So number 20 is Sabrina Carpenter with Short and Sweet. Now my number 21 is one I was. Give me a second. I gotta mute my mic. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream pretty soon, so I'm gonna try to finish up. My number 21 is Big Sean Better Me Than You. This was a unfortunately disappointing record because yes was cringy. I just felt that Big Sean repetitively said yes so many times in his song Yes, and it was like, ugh, this is just too ridiculous. Okay, but yeah, with what I listened to with this Big Sean record, I was so disappointed with this album that I just couldn't find anything to like. There were some tracks I did enjoy, but it's just the rest of the record from start to finish. There are some songs that didn't do it, and that was the most disappointing aspect about the record. And I was just not liking it. So number 21 is Big Sean with Better Me Than You. Number 22 is Paris Hilton with Infinite Icon. This is not a good record. It's unfortunately bad. I was trying to like some songs, but I'm gonna be honest. Paris Hilton is not really the best singer, if I'm being 100% honest. And I was just so disappointed with how the final product of this record sounded. And Bad Bitch Academy was cringe. Then you have some other tracks like uh Fame Won't Love You, or whatever that song was. That wasn't a terrible track, but not one of the best. Other than that, I just think this record could have been something kind of in the middle with me, but it just played it too safe and tried too hard, and it wasn't entertaining. So, unfortunately, Paris Hilton made the list. She's going to make it a certain spot on the actual list of the worst albums when November comes around. And pretty much, yeah, that was my number 22 pick. And finally, number 23 is Katy Perry 143. Did make the cut, actually, at the last second. And I was so disappointed when I listened to this record last night. And I was not impressed. Not at all. And just the way she sung some of these songs like Woman's World, Gimme Gimme was cringe. Um you have other ones like Trust that wasn't terrible. It was probably the only song I liked from it. And it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. Like I would say Trust is kind of a downgrade now. Not in the worst way, but it's probably one of the highlights of the record. But other than that, some of the other songs like Lifetimes was disappointing. Okay, Yakety Yak. Uh, I don't know. But honestly, Katy Perry's new record was just cringe all around. And some of the tracks I didn't really like. Like the song Gorgeous was disappointing. Then you have and it featured Kim Petras, and Kim Petras didn't do well in that track. There's the song with Jid in it was actually not terrible. It was just meh. I'm His, He's Mine is a cringy track, and it was a single for the record. Crush was disappointing. Um, Wonder was okay, but I just didn't like how a little girl was singing at the beginning of the song, and it didn't do very well. So this record was bad all around, and it's just terrible record. So that's my final number 23 pick. And I'm going to be ending this stream right here by saying thank you so much for watching the worst albums of 2024 so far video, so far live stream slash chill stream afterwards. I guess I'm going to take out the title for chill stream afterwards. I I will say one thing before I go. Like, I know everyone's going to hate Larry the Batman fan. Hey, I may not be a fan of him either. It's just there are some things that I will respect when it comes to certain people's religious views, and I'm willing to apologize for disrespecting someone's religious views. But I did have a few critiques with it, but I'm just gonna keep my opinions to myself when it comes to that as of now. But other than that, it's just I try to have my certain boundaries with some people, and I'm willing to give them one last chance to see if we can try to work things out. If not, I'm just going to move on. I'm willing to talk to someone that I'm still cool with over this whole drama between me and Larry. But other than that, I will apologize for how I went about uh, doing things. But all you can do is take it one day at a time and try to better yourself each day. And that's kind of what I want to do is share positivity for my channel, not too much negativity. Like, talk about more positive things, some things that the only things I do when it comes to drama related now is going to be entertainment drama. I'm not going to be doing worst YouTubers lists anymore. I'm going to take that video down as of right now. I mean, that video did get popular, I'll tell you that. And that is something I'm going to miss looking at. But other than that, I'm just going to. Here we go. Yeah, it did get pretty popular, that video. But I think it's kind of time to get rid of it. And it is taken down now, the video. I don't know if I'll be doing another worst YouTubers list, but there'll be other YouTubers I'll talk about at a later date. I'm willing to give him another chance, but it doesn't mean that we're gonna be buddy buddies when first appearance comes around. It's just gonna take a lot of time to rebuild a lot of trust worthy things. But it's just when it comes to Larry, there are some times where he talks about drama so much. I just think he needs to kind of move on from it. And this is valid criticism and reasonable criticism I'm giving him on this aspect. But I will apologize on my behalf for things I've done. And I'm just going to do the right thing and try to do better for myself. And do the one thing that I should have done last year, which is pay him back. Because I did make a promise to him, and I did break that promise. But I think it's kind of time to do the right thing and try to do what I think is right. I mean, there are going to be some people that are going to disagree with me on it, and that's fine and all. But I just need to do what's right for me, what I personally think I should have done a while ago. And I'm going to start saving some money to do that. Just going to give you the full 150 and I'll be done with it. And I won't ask you to send me any more stuff because I don't really think we're at that point of doing that anymore. I'll just let you go about your business and I'll go about mine. But even if you can forgive me for how I approach things, and I know talking to Larry some of the time, there's going to be some people that'll have their opinions about it. Sorry, I'm getting notifications. I will say, um, I'm willing to give him one last chance to see if we can start off on a clean and fresh start, like a fresh reset. But that's up to him if he wants to do that. I'm willing to just keep my opinions to myself when it comes to religion. I will just explain to him it's not that I hate people's religious views, it's just I had a little bit of critiques with it. And I get kind of a little too critical where it gets my ass in trouble, and I tend to go off on the person, even and just tell my opinions that get my ass in trouble with how I word it. I don't hate people's religious views on things. I just found a few critiques with how I believed it to be true in a way. That's just how I viewed it, and I will apologize how I took it in that way. So, other than that, I'm willing to give him one last chance and try to rehash and squash our drama. Because this drama I'm kind of tired of too. But it doesn't mean it's something it's gonna take a lot of rebuilding and trust to be rebuilt. And for that, I'll work on improving on myself. Like I said, the biggest thing is loyalty to me. And once you break my trust, I can't trust you. Like with Andy Kishore, I don't know. As of now, I don't know. I'm willing to give him the floor again one last time because I might have been a little rude to him. It's just Chris Goins kind of helped me to realize that I'm not a bad guy, and I'm really not a bad guy to get to know. I'm a really nice guy to get to know. But there are times where if someone pushes me to the point where I get really mad, I have to tell you straight up, you need to stop. I'm getting mad. Because I kind of have, if you push me so much, I will snap. And I will say something that will make you cut ties with me. And I'm trying to do better as a person for myself. And all I can say is I gotta work on myself each day, and I'm still in. We all have to work on ourselves each day to try to be the better person we can be. And if some people don't like how we're going about our life and all that, then that's their choice. That's their opinion to have. And it's best to not talk to those people, those kinds of people. I'm just done with dealing with too many negative, dramatic things happening on YouTube. I've dealt with it for 4.5 years with a certain community, and I'm done. I'm just trying to move on to better things and trying to find better things to do with my time than to listen to people's drama all the time. So if people don't like that I'm trying to hash things out with Larry, I'll let them think what they want. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who you're friends with or not. If people want to respect you for trying to do better for yourself, to try to talk things out with Larry, that's fine. And if people want to respect your choice on being friends with Larry, that's fine. I'll respect your choice on not liking him if you respect mine. I'm giving him an opportunity to try to hash things out. So if he wants to contact me, he can contact me on Instagram at Brian Delivers 29952, I believe it is. And also my messenger, he can unblock me if he needs to, and I'll do the same. Um, and I'm willing to give him the opportunity to. We'll try to talk things out again and try to be civil and professional in a way, as actual gentlemen would. So, with that being said, I just thought I'd talk about it for a little bit. I gotta end this stream. But until then, guys, the next stream is gonna be for OK to Matt albums of 2024. And it's just gonna be about that topic, and then I'll basically move on to other things. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this worst albums of 2024 so far video, and I will be returning to you in the next few days. I have a birthday coming up on the 23rd, so I will do like a probably another gaming stream on my birthday. So be surprised that you'll be seeing that. I just got to work tomorrow and the next day, and then at least I have my birthday off. So yay! But until then, thanks for watching. You guys have a good rest of your early evening that's soon to be coming up because it's almost 6 now in my time. And I'll catch you all in my next review. Thanks for watching this Worst Albums of 2024 so far live stream. I'll see you in the next video.